Hello and welcome to this Warcraft replay. This is going to be the third game of this best of 5 series. The series is tied 1-all, so yeah, we will indeed have another game next time. But anyway, this map is going to be on Goldshire. I actually haven't casted a game on this, so let's just... Okay, there we go. Actually, I will pause just to show around the map as I would usually do on a new map. Usually try not to miss out on the early stuff. Anyway, so yeah, let's show around. We have the standard 3311 creep camp over here. Well, it's not really standard. It's weird double rogue wizard and bandit camp. I don't think there's any unique drops from this particular one. We have the normal nightcrawler camp over here. I think this map is weirdly mirrored. I don't think it's exactly identical on the other side, but oh well. Deceiver camp, it's basically just using the Acolyte models. I guess that's just the extent of just how much Blizzard was just kind of lazy on that one. Either way, Goblin Laboratory is going to be guarded by, looks like a fairly difficult camp, in my opinion, a Regulate Wizard as well as an Overseer. We also have that Warden and just those brutes over here. Renegade Wizard, I believe he can cast the Frost Armor, or was probably the Lightning Shield. Anyway, on the top left, we have, looks like just the standard Ogre Magi camp, guarded by a Shadow Priest and High Priest, so that's a lot of healing potential from that particular creep camp. Over here we have a Merchant, just looks like Knowles, just Warden as the leader. Again, just the Rogue Wizard camp. Nightcrawler camp's over here. On the top right we have this gold mine, which is oddly numbered in terms of gold, but it is guarded by a Null Overseer camp. Fair amount of Wardens, but it does not look like it's going to be that difficult to clear out early on, for human player at least. Mud Golems, Ogre Warriors, not that special. I think that's pretty much it. We do have an Ogre Lord camp in the bottom here. I don't think that is identical to the top left. No, it is not. So that is probably the biggest difference so far. Just the standard Null Warden. Null Overseer, really, I have no idea where the other second Ogre Lord is. But anyway, that looks like it's pretty much going to be the map for this. I'm actually rather surprised that we have a single Ogre Lord camp in this map. But, oh well. Tavern in the middle, obviously, so... Anyway, introducing the red team here. On the left side of the map we have Oversleep, who is known as 120, spawning in as the red orc player. His ally is going to be WFZ, and these guys have managed to pick up game 2. Yeah. Purple team, we have Tho spawning in as his off-race orc. He did play Night Elf before, unfortunately it didn't work out for him. But oh well, they are currently tied, so they still have the possibility of winning this. His ally is going to be Infi, spawning in as the purple human player, so yeah, expect just, I guess, standard start from both players. That's what I'm expecting at least. Archmage for Infi, and Tho is actually going to go and start with a Shadow Hunter, so we have seen sometimes people going for Shadow Hunter first. We've also seen alternatives like Farseer or Turn Chieftain, but Shadow Hunter, I don't exactly remember what the Shadow Hunter brings when he's a first pick. Maybe really good like early creeping with that healing, but who knows. Maybe he's just gonna go really aggressive with the Hex. Let's just see what will turn out to be. And Infi's gonna clear out this Overseer camp. Let's see how well he does. Let's see how many peasants he actually manages to lose in this one. Null Assassin is going to be taken out very quickly, as just trying to reduce the amount of poison being spread. And DK first for WFZ, Blade Master first for 120. Yep, now that the Shadow Hunter has been picked, I think it would be a really good repellent against the Blade Master, especially when he gets out of stealth. Will be probably instantly hexed away, and either just bursted down or just left alone and run away. Either way, Infi is going to take down or get a couple of his peasants killed against that Blade Master. Nice job from 120, able to pick up these peasant kills over here. Windwalk will be able to prevent the Blade Master from actually assassinating or getting assassinated. However, the Shadowhunter is ready and he is waiting. There we go. Hex instantly used right there, but the Windwalk was able to keep that Blade Master alive. And probably, I guess that was just a counter to the Shadowhunter at least. Anyway, Town Hall has been placed down for Infi. I should rather surprised the Blade Master lived there, but probably was spamming the Windwalk as soon as he assassinated the peasant. And the Ogre Warrior might actually be picked up. I think this is the one that drops the item. No, I am mistaken. Apparently it was not. Hex is going to be given to that Blade Master instantly, and there we go with a speed scroll surround. We will have a TP scroll early on, and that will be that for the Blade Master. Meanwhile, WFZ is just creeping out safely with the assistance of 120's grunts, and we'll be able to clear out this gold mine. And the peon is moving his way there, so we'll be donating this gold mine to 120 for his services probably. One mana stealing has been picked up from that creep camp, and we would probably have the Great Hole being placed down. There we go. Blade Master is back once again. I think he needs to wait for his mana pool to get a little more filled. Of course, getting surrounded was not the best thing, and getting hexed once again is not another good thing either. Could see a possible surround, but I can't see the Blade Master being that sloppy. Second time around, we'll be able to windwalk away. But we do have the purple team moving on out. Possibly could pick off this Crypt Fiend, and the grunts would probably go for a surround with this one. Guess not, just brute forcing it and killing that Crypt Fiend. Oh, it looks like 120's Great Hole has been spotted. Elementals will try to be dealing with that one. We do have a Death Knight going for a rather aggressive Death Coil on Tho's Shadowhunter. There we go with a Hex onto the DK, but of course it is going to... it's not actually going to last that long. 120 might actually be forced to cancel his Great Hole. Or I guess not, apparently. Oh, maybe. It just depends, and it will probably be forced to be cancelled. There we go. The purple team actually bringing in a couple more reinforcements to try and finish that one off. Crypt Fiend going to be death coiled. Speed scroll will be used to try and retreat that one. We do have a footman being taken down for Infi, and it looks like those grunts are a little bit of trouble, but they are tanky enough to just run away. So far, just very hectic fight going on for both players. I think the cancellation of this Great Hole kind of hit 120 a little bit, especially hitting the red team, now that Tho and Infi both have established themselves a better income, I guess. But mainly just Infi. So, Tauren Chieftain is coming out as a second hero for Tho. This is a rather aggressive hero pickup right there. Maybe just Hex, War Stomp combo right there. Just try and assassinate one of those heroes. We did, I guess hopefully you guys have seen the potency of the Tauren Chieftain with his War Stomp. Doesn't matter if it hits one unit or a bunch of units, as long as it hits the intended target. I think that probably will be focused down. Here's the Tauren Chieftain, and he is he gonna War Stomp the Blade Master right now? Don't know. Probably should wait a little bit until the Shadowhunter gets in range. But either way, lots of damage going on. The Blade Master will prevent, I guess, I don't even know what it's gonna prevent. Anyway, Death Coil looks like it was able to pick up a kill for WFZ, and now it's the red team on the offensive right now, going after this expand. However, it is completed, so it's going to take a very long time to actually be taken out. So maybe just destroy a couple of towers, maybe just take out a couple of peasants. Either way, we don't exactly have that many towers, which is rather surprising. Endurance Aura is going to be picked up for the Turan Chieftain, so he was waiting on that opportunity to learn the better ability, and he chose the Aura one. Frost armor on the grunts, or maybe a little weird to place it on right now, but I guess the extra armor is working wonders for those grunts. But really, the Lich needs to put it on when they are actually going to engage. Hex is going to be given to that Crypt Fiend. However, Frost armor will be able to hopefully keep that thing alive. We have a Blood Mage out for Infi as the second hero, and a Speed Scroll is going to be used on the entire purple team. Let's see how much of a wreckage the purple team can actually ensue on this. Kodabase able to consume a Crypt Fiend earlier on, and it looks like another Crypt Fiend will be falling for WFZ. It looks like with the Speed Scroll and Endurance Aura, this is looking rather good for the purple team. Rather unfortunate we don't have War Stomp to make more plays, but either way, looks like a lot of deaths for the red team. Not ideal in this situation. And it looks like 120's base is now completed. Took a while, honestly. Probably not the best case scenario for him, but oh well, at least it didn't get cancelled a second time. I don't think so. So yeah, Turan Chieftain, and the Shadow Hunter is going to continue creeping on. The Shadow Hunter is now level 2, so he I don't know, he is still playing like a Shadow Hunter. I'm probably expecting a healing wave anyway, so maybe just to compensate for the Blood Mage's replacement of a Paladin. So yeah, anyway, Windwalk on the Blade Master. No dust just yet for either players, so he will not be spotted anytime soon. The Ogre Lord looks to be the camp that will be cleared out for the red team, and 120 did get himself his own Shadow Hunter, which will definitely get to level 2, especially as the Ogre Lord is a level 7 creep camp. Level 2, Crystal Ball is also picked up from the Ogre Lord. Probably not the best item in terms of just being picked up from a red creep camp, especially the only red creep camp of the map. But it does have a relatively short cooldown. It is, of course, free to just cast it around, so maybe it will be kept for a little while. Sobi Mask on the Turan Chieftain. We also have almost level 3 for him as well. Boost of speed, triple scrolls, 2 healing and 1 protection. And yeah. Oh, looks like Tho is placing down a Great Hole in the top left, so it looks to be that most of the gold mines are being taken, with the exception of the bottom right one. But we shall see in time. Okay, it looks like Peon will be forced to just cancel that Great Hole, and the Blade Master will be able to take him out. Guess not. Wow, really? Blade Master is okay. Anyway, we didn't see that. Just more creeping. Death Knight will probably reach level 4 after this. No, he will not. I guess the amount of heroes nearby just mitigated so much of the experience. Wow, that's not good. Death Knight needs to get as quickly as possible to level 5 to get that level 3 Death Coil, but that's not going to happen just quite yet. We do have the purple team just clumped up together. Meanwhile, the red army is kind of split with one another. Army supply doesn't look that favorable for red either, so 51 versus 54. Meanwhile, 48 versus 77, so no wonder there was rather distinct difference in terms of supply, although Tho is a little under, but either way I think that 77 for Infi is going to impact a little bit more. Either way, Infi's main base is going to be sieged. We do have Riflemen out I don't think it's a mass production of riflemen. We're just gonna see the standard blacksmith and sanctum units right there. But the entirety of the purple army is gonna pretty much siege 120's main base. We do have a couple of footmen just harassing the gold mine as well, and surprisingly enough, this base actually looks kind of like this base, but either way, both of Infi's mining bases are being attacked, and it looks like the peasants are the main targets for the red team. Great Hole once again going to be placed down. I don't think 120 has realized that he failed to kill off that peon, and 120 will lose himself this stronghold. A rather valuable building in my opinion. That is a tier 2 building. And it looks like Tho's base is also being attacked as well. TB Scroll will be forced from 120. Meanwhile, WFZ is going to deal with the human army right now. But he needs to be rather careful because Tho is now scrambling his units to this particular base. We do indeed have Fortress Tick on its way, so rather interested to see what type of units he will get up at tier 3. Infi's still having a little trouble going after this undead army. Obviously the mutuality, or the opposite of that, is between the Spellbreakers and Destroyers. They really can't kill one another because they can't even attack one another. But anyway, I have no idea what's going on from here. Ooh, TB Scroll instantly from WFZ, I believe, and will retreat back to the main base. Disenchant constantly being used to try and just counteract the Hex, and the Turn Chieftain, oh, he will be taken out. Did go for a rather well placed War Stomp, but that just led to his death because it pretty much stopped the units surrounding him and just kinda surrounded himself, and will be able to be taken out. Kodo Beast will look to be also picked off over here. Destroyer able to pick it off right about now, and there we go. Looks like we might have another fight going on. Deathcores are trying to heal up that Destroyer. We have the Turn Chieftain being tapped and revived right there, and nice usage of a War Stomp to try and disable some of these units. And right now it's pretty much split, and the purple team is just gonna go after one of the teams over here. Spell Steals stealing the Spirit Links of the red orc, basically 120. I forgot 120. And yeah. Plus it's rather bad for the red team because they don't have a human player. They don't have any Spellbreakers which can steal the buffs. So Frost Armor can be stolen, Spirit Links can be stolen back. Yeah, it's not good. I haven't looked at the upgrades. Does not look like any upgrades for Infi, but 3-0 for the Crypt Fiends and Destroyers for WFZ. We are at 0-2 for those grunts, and that looks to be about it. In terms of that, I didn't see 120. He is 0-1, and we have Raiders on its way, but I'm not sure if the Raiders will be able to pop out, as the Bestiary is the one being focused down. Now Tho's base has been completed on the top left, but WFZ had something to say about it, but now he is going to return home with that TP scroll. He is almost close to level 5 on his DK anyway. Oh, very nice TP on most of these grunts. Will force a little bit of a delayed TP from the Shadow Hunter, and the Spirit Lodge will be able to save, or be saved, but the Bestiary was not. I don't know, it looks rather bad for the purple team, even though they have what looks to be a bigger army. 57, 47, 65, 50. Maybe it's a little evened out, but I don't know. It looks like the hero advantage might be favoring the red team instead. I was expecting this Turn Chieftain to be a little bit more impactful, but although he has been getting fair amount of good War Stomps. There just has not been any follow-up. There we go with the War Stomp. It didn't really hit the Death Knight, but it did hit the majority of the Crypt Fiends as well as the Lich. Death Coil able to take down the Spirit Walker, and we will now be getting level 5 on the DK, so level 3 Death Coil is now available. This lone Grunt will be taken out. Hex will actually be used to try and finish him off. He is quite tanky in terms of health as well as resistance, so he will take a little bit more work. The Grunts are 0-2 Fortress Tick, possibly just entailing we might have level 3 upgrades as well. An Ensnare on the Death Knight. There we go with the Hex. We might have another Ensnare being chained up. War Stomp. This is the kind of thing that I would have expected from the Tauren Chieftain, but we do have a TB scroll from WFZ, so he will retreat out of there, and we'll pick up instantly another TB scroll. He is looking rather well in terms of resources. 120, not quite the same situation, but oh well. He does have a second base anyway. And something to note, actually, I just noticed this right now, is that the Shadow Hunter has, or had, an Orb of Corruption, giving it to the Blade Master now, so that is going to be a lot of burst damage from the Blade Master, as well as a lot of just long-term damage, I guess. Just getting in more critical strikes as possible. Kodo Beast looks to be taken out. Run a little frog? No, he will not. He will be taken out, and level 3 will be gained on the Blade Master. There we go, the TB scroll from both of the purple team over here, and this is a rather big fight. Tauren Chieftain's being focused down over now by the Blade Master. Will be taken out, and the Blade Master is just, I guess, going to start making more havoc. So far, the Tauren Chieftain's the only hero taken out for either of the teams. Scroll Protection has been used before the TC was out, but there we go, the Disenchant to try and rectify that protection. It looks like the purple team is holding a little bit, but I think just the diversity of, or just the mass focus fire of the red team. Sure, the Grunts, they're just attacking randomly, but the Crypt Fiends and Destroyers are probably doing most of the work here. And we'll be GG, WFZ, and 120 will be able to bring this game to their favor. It is now 2-1 in their, I guess, in terms of score. So yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this one. I kind of started a lot of times in this particular replay. So yeah, see you guys in game 4.